It isn't set in a typical place, as usually your typical thriller film would be set in exotic places, usually in foreign cities, whereas this is filmed in a neighbourhood in just another house, so it immediately gives the audience a concern what is supposed to happen in this programme. Other than the setting within the neighbourhood, there is also the setting within the police station that they are taken to once they have been caught in the neighbour's house. This could be classed as a typical thriller setting, as there are always police or very important people included within them. The initial location in the neighbourhood in their new home allows the audience to try to establish the theme of the programme. In many thrillers, the lighting is usually very low-key, whereas in this there are many differences when the lighting is relatively dark, which usually shows that the couple are doing something wrong. There are also very bright scenes, which could act as the bright light that is used within the questioning at police stations. There are mainly two characters, a male, Richard, played by Carl Davis, and a paranoid pregnant female, Gemma, played by Joanna Horton. Gemma is pregnant and very paranoid as she begins to hear crying, screaming, and smacking noises. She believes it is a toddler being abused. Gemma could be classed as a stalker, which is a typical thriller character. You believe to get a sense of her paranoia, as when the police question her about her accusations, she replies, "Where am I getting this from? Real life. Read the newspapers. People do horrible things to children." Richard is usually laid back, and as social services didn't produce evidence, he trusts that there is nothing wrong. You begin to realise the effect that Gemma is having on him, as when he is being questioned in the police station, he tells them, "I couldn't tell if it was getting worse or if I was listening harder." There are also cops and police, which are usually featured in thrillers. The whole episode initially begins within the police station and the cops trying to assess why the two were so obsessed with their neighbours. It is usually between a protagonist, which is usually a brave male, but it's different in this, as you mostly see Gemma trying to seek the child's safety. There is also an antagonist who usually has a hidden identity, which the audience will begin to uncover as the plot grows thicker. This is similar to the typical characters in a thriller, as the audience rarely see the people next door, but as the programme goes on, you begin to meet every member of the family. A lot of the music that you hear is screams, arguments, and noises that sound like violence, which is very difficult for the audience to understand what is actually going on the other side of the wall. There is also eerie music throughout the programme. You can hear Gemma and Richard breathing heavily in some stages, which is a typical convention of a thriller, and it truly shows how both characters are actually feeling about doing what they're doing. The music that is being added into this Channel 4 programme has added suspense and tension to make the programme that much more exciting and eerie to watch. Lastly, it helps to build up camera shots and make the shots a lot more dramatic for the audience. It also adds a lot more drama to the scene. A lot of the camera work used in this episode is videos that Gemma has collected from the people next door, including camcorder recordings, CCTV videos, nanny cams, iPhones hidden in pockets, and police tapes that they use whilst in the police station. There are also a lot of close-ups and extreme close-ups on Gemma, the protagonist, to show her emotions and exactly how she is feeling. They are also used to focus on props and aid the narration that is continually happening through the programme. There are a lot of quick shots on the people next door, the antagonist, in order to hide their identity and keep the audience wondering why they're rarely shown. Moreover, there are many jump cuts to show all of the intense moments that Gemma and Richard are facing.